Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay Aguila,
And this is Cito.
and we're here to talk about everything and anything about wrestling. For those who are new to us, thank you for coming in. For those who are regular listener, we appreciate you. Continue to support. Give us those thumbs up, 5 stars. You know what to do. You know where to find us. We're on the Facebook, Instagram, the Twitter, as well as the YouTube, the Providence Lucha Talk, as well as your favorite podcast media app. So, the era of MJF.
About time.
It's about time. Mm-hmm. But I thought there was going to be something more with William Regal.
Well, there's rumors of him leaving. So
because he missing War Games.
Yeah, probably. But I guess there's some rumors of him leaving back to WWE and basically backstage role. So it's going to be what they're thinking. It's what's being said. It's potentially when his contract is up, go back to WWE and be something similar to like X-Pac or Shawn Michaels or something. Basically, his role, how he was in NXT. I don't know if it's just NXT or the brand, all three together, but he's a good creative to have somebody in the back. Because NXT was running smooth when he was running it.
So we're saying money talks.
Yeah.
And money's talking really good. Damn. Can AEW afford losing William Regal, in your personal opinion?
Yeah.
Why you say yes so like
it's
que importa? Like why it's so like nonchalant?
Because what he established, he did his impact already. Mm-hmm. So he brought up the BCC club and kind of put a collective of superstars into one. Basically, he made a dream team of wrestlers.
The Avengers,
but
the All Stars.
Now it's time for them to disband and do their own thing.
And,
like Moxley lost the title, fine. Castiglione lost his title. Daniel Bryan hasn't been successful getting a title, and William Yuta lost a title. So everybody's been losing. So either they're gonna basically go to the way I would have booked it, I would have had them everybody go to their respective brand. So like basically Yuta, everybody but Moxley focus on Ring of Honor, and Moxley whenever he decides to come back from his vacation or whatever, his time off.
Doesn't look like he's going on vacation.
Well,
I was hoping he'll have some time off. I was hoping that we don't have to see him for at least a Revolution or like towards the end of March. Mm-hmm. He deserved that. He needs that. I understand you feel you're the heart and soul of the business after, the situation with CM Punk, the Elite being suspended for nearly 9 weeks. I get it, but you don't have to put yourself in that type of position. Personally, it's like if he's okay with it, then hey, mátate. Like do what you got to do.
Yeah, but it's too much. You
need breaks. You
for
need
me,
to relax your body.
They're showing me that they don't have. Now I'm saying they don't have talent, but they don't have programs for other people. Because literally, like basically the plan was not because of Punk, but basically Punk, the whole situation, it was for Moxley to hold it for basically be the mediator from between CM Punk era to the MJF. Then after that, you do your go away for a little bit, rest up, family time, whatever. But there's no need for him to be feuding with Hangman Page. Like we already seen that, and it was just like.
And he said it too. Like the last time we faced,
Yeah.
I whooped that ass.
But there's that means they show for me AEW is showing me that they don't have no more. They're not building all the programs because we've seen the same thing over and over again, which is fine. They're getting the ratings that they're not getting crazy amounts, but they're getting their ratings. They're consistently getting the numbers, but you're not building all the programs or older superstars from within. You keep using the same people over and over again, which you have a full roster waiting to get their chance.
So I agree with you about the BCC or BBC.
I think BCC.
BBC
is something else.
Hey, but I think with the BCC slowly departing, it's not a bad thing. I think they had a good run. I know that Daniel Garcia and Yuta has a match for the championship belt, for the PR championship.
I don't think it's been. I was checking. I don't think it's been
December 10th.
December. Did they decide on that one?
Yeah.
So they're making that pay-per-view, which is good.
Well, there's pay-per-view for it. Yes. I do know that Jericho and Claudio have a match. I think this Friday.
Yeah, because I know that he attacked them. Yeah.
Yeah. So if he loses, he joins the Jericho Appreciation Society, and if he wins, then he wins the belt, which is, I think that's well deserved.
He needs to join. He don't need Jericho Society, but he needs somebody to talk. Like we would talk before, he needs somebody to talk for him. Because him with a title, it's not like him with a title. It's been like underwhelming.
Him with the title I had no problem with. He was a working horse.
It was not entertaining.
I was entertained.
Like for me, I'm like I wasn't.
I mean, he's not a Kenny Omega, but I was entertained with his technical stuff. He could
wrestle, but it's just like for me, it was like him, and same thing with Hangman Page. It was like a forgettable reign.
CM Punk is a forgettable reign. Name me 2 top opponent besides Moxley.
I think probably had like 4 only. So like
exactly.
Yeah.
At least Heyman tried to dance with Kenny. Moxley doesn't count. And I think he tried to dance with
Daniel Bryan wasn't
Daniel Bryan. Yeah, Bryan Danielson. Yeah. He had the Bryan Danielson. God damn.
Yeah. He had no crazy story with anybody.
No, they didn't. Him and CM Punk seems to be more of the unforgettable. Well, Regal leaving AEW, I guess it's a bittersweet type of farewell.
Because that's in the works. I think he still got some time still. That he eventually ended up back in WWE.
Now, what about the rumor that AEW might be out of business within 2 years?
If it happens, wouldn't be surprised. They went on a sentence rate. He got the money to keep it afloat.
No, he doesn't.
Like himself has the money to like Tony Khan.
No, his dad has the money to keep it afloat.
It was just bad management. It's kind of tough to see because it's similar to what happened to WCW and same thing with ECW.
It is sad to see a great idea not fulfilling its full potential. I'm happy that Kenny, the Bucks, are in the Lucha Bros with Pac are trying to make it more entertaining for us. I appreciate Jericho, no pun intended, but he's also been a strong pillar. I appreciate why his name just the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
The Acclaimed are doing really a good job in trying to keep the younger and the older generation at least with laughter.
Yeah.
The people I'm a little bit upset with is more, or not upset, but disappointed is Bryan Danielson, Samoa Joe, Hobbs, Best Friends, and the whole women division.
Yeah. I would say that
those are the people that are really like, I wish they was just a little bit more loose,
Okay.
because if I understand, talking is not easy. Even doing a podcast like this, it's not easy to do. But if your work, your hard workmanship is displayed and people appreciate at least you put in the time and the effort, we will be behind them.
Yeah. And I think it's like, I'm not saying it's partially their fault as well, but it's just also the booking or how it's structured. Because like basically for me, when AEW started, from what I understood from them was basically the Monday Tuesday show, Dark and Elevation, was kind of your developmental or like getting people ring time while they're not getting TV time.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, your Wednesday it was like your show, and eventually they added the Friday one, which is kind of difficult because of the timing, because it's 10 to 11, and basically you get like wrestled out by SmackDown because they go ahead from you. But
And then they tried to top it off with another NXT program to compete between that time frame of 10 to 11 or 10 to 12, however long it is.
I feel like, especially for the past month, I feel like they've missed it with the booking because they've been giving us matches or story on Friday that are important for the show, for AEW as a whole, and everybody misses it on Fridays. Because, for example, like number 10 leaving the Dark Order and -1, that could have been a really good story on Wednesday. I think you could have put at least one of the matches for the 7 matches for the Elite and the Death Triangle on a Friday, and like move some like story on so at least everybody's like, oh, let's see the one of the 7 matches on a Friday, so at least it allows that. Same thing with Jade. I like that they use it sparingly, but she also, you need to bring her into the fold, because I feel like her world, like, I feel like you're working on a multiverse, because like the world of Fridays doesn't connect the world on Wednesdays most of the time, and it's just like you're not like, it's one whole like story or show, so it should be continuous rather than like
show, guys. It's like we've been there. And it's like from 6 p.m. for Elevation, and then Dark, and then all the way to Rampage, which is live on Wednesday. And then after 10 o'clock, it's like there's Rampage, and that shit could be from like 10 to 12, 10 to 1, depending on the match. And it's just like, as an audience, I get very exhausted. Like, bro, like I wish that they would take Rampage on Fridays, you know what I'm saying, and just have people just there to work those Friday live, then pre-recorded.
It's tough, especially for the crowd. Then you don't get no excitement, no crowd, anything.
A lot of people already left too.
Yeah,
like
it was tough.
If you have not been to an AEW show after like 10 o'clock, once Dynamite is like cut live, it's very exhausted to be a fan. Yeah. It's very exhausted. I love all the wrestlers, but it's so hard.
Yeah, because like, for example, this Wednesday that just passed, I appreciated MJS talking. I feel like they put him in a good time, and like he gave you little cues of things, kind of like, I even saw it after on Twitter and stuff, like his suit was the same suit as Conor McGregor, the FU suit. Not a big fan of the belt, but I like that he made the belt his. Similar to what they're trying to do with that, they did the TNT, like Miro changed it, Scorpio Sky, everybody changed it to make it their own title. Fine, that's his personality. Great, at least you gave you that, and kind of like he kind of gave you a double turn for the Regal situation, because he like attacked Regal at the end, just to kind of finish that storyline, or at least put an end to it. That probably lead to like a Daniel Bryan or somebody BCC, but I feel that he's out of the picture at the moment. So that was, I feel like, the good from Wednesday. I don't care about I know they're trying to make hip hop and the culture, basically. I don't care about Little Bow Wow and Jade. That's like, I don't know how they're gonna put.
It was supposed to be little Bow Wow and Swerve.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. I don't know if he's gonna get somebody, maybe one of the baddies that she kicked out will, like, kind of similar to what they did with Shaq and her and Cody and the wife. I don't know if they do something like maybe her and Swerve and Bow Wow and somebody else. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's just not necessary, that story. But I know they're trying to get people on the social media. I know I saw some on Instagram that they offered Kanye money to like make an appearance at WWE, and I'm like, okay, they trying to capture, I guess, the like social media like rumble. Kanye's not a great choice because all the heat that he got, but it's also because of all the heat that he got, he probably would have helped WWE. Because it's not the worst thing they've dealt with.
No, with Kanye, what I heard mostly that Ricky Stark would like
the theme song,
theme song produced by Kanye, which would have been, that would be dope. Yeah. I think Ricky Stark has the money and be able to afford it.
But I would say, Willow Nightingale's a person to watch. I even said it when I think the second time we went to Boston. Willow Nightingale, she's like the next thing. I don't know if she's gonna be. I don't know where she's gonna fall, either TBS or the AW.
Willow, the purple hair girl.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
She's very over with the crowd. Kind of like the opposite, like a baby version of the Jamie Hayter. Kind of like a good version of her. So she's good with the crowd. She's good wrestling, which is good. I was also, I like that they gave AR Fox a chance for the title. It wasn't successful, but a good showing. It kind of, I appreciate that he came from Evolve to now literally in 4 matches. He's already a contender. So they see a future with him, which is good. But it's just like the people are there. It's just they just need to put it together. I don't know if there's missing the missing sauce or something, like the X factor. I don't know.
I thought the X factor was Jericho. I thought the X factor was Bryan Danielson. I thought the X factor was Kenny. I thought a lot of these aces were going to be like the redeemer, you know, the one that actually break the fourth wall. And like after Forbidden Door, I think just the creative juice of the company itself is just so, I don't know, it's just like you said, it's so blended. It just needs a little bit of salt and pepper and just be able to like keep it afloat. I'm not mad that Moxley's still working. I'm not mad that Renee is doing a good job working with Saraya. DMD, Dr. Britt Baker is, you know, trying to let the world know that I'm about to do some nonsense to my apprentice, Jamie. Athena challenging Mercedes for the Ring of Honor.
That should be a good. I think she could take it.
She deserved a championship.
Yeah.
The last championship she ever held was the freaking
NXT one.
NXT. Yeah. Never won the women's title in WWE. To my yeah. I'm gonna fact check myself real quick. But other than that, AEW have been depleting. So what's your prediction within 2 to 3 years? Does the company sink or they stay afloat?
I think they're still active, but I think they should downsize. I don't think they need a Rampage. I think a Dynamite should be sufficient, similar to my like other shows that have one main show like Impact or NWA that have like that one show a week or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they need to do something like that and literally build. I feel like they have the staff or like the people that have been successful in like social media or internet based. Mm-hmm. Like the BTE and some other people's like YouTube stuff, like use that as a like leading into the Dynamite show. And I feel like YouTube doesn't cost you money. You already have a stadium section in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. So like you could do worst case scenario, you save money through there. They just went crazy spending money. That was the issue. So it's just like I hope they make it until the bidding wars of 2024. But
you're right. She never won a SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah, she only the NXT. I think probably once. Then she won it. Because she was feeding to like with Asuka until Asuka left, she wasn't able to get it.
And then she got injured. And she also did the tag team with Shotzi.
Yeah. But the AW. I hope it stays afloat. Because it's a good alternative to a WWE.
It's a great alternative. Because now everybody have access to AAA, a Lucha Underground program,
Impact.
Like it's hard for people to know where it's here. And AEW is one of the frontiers who was like, this is how you do it.
But the only issue is that instead of them taking the WWE style, like not they trying to currently they're doing like I guess the next like NXT or like they're doing a WWE recruit
ECW, WCW.
So they doing something like that. So I feel like AEW doesn't have like, because at first it was like more like a basically all elite like indies. Basically everybody who's in the indies kind of got together and made basically their dream company. Mm-hmm. But now it's losing its essence because it's like what you're competing now. Like your staff either is retired WWE people, which is fine, or really young folks that people don't know. So there's no like this.
People know, but not the mass.
Yeah. So it's just
Because-
tough. Like,
Because like the Oracle, he loves like the indies.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And he was so happy with Camelo and everybody, AR, people like that getting the TV shine.
Yeah.
But it's just sad that not everybody has that same type of passion for the indies like a lot of other people who are true wrestling fans do. It's like Max Platinum, he works right around Worcester. Most Thursday for the $10,000 challenge. You beat me, you get a chance to win $10,000. Like, bro, that's something that people never heard of, but they're just not willing to explore because what they're fed is just what's on TV. You know, everybody just want that instant gratification that took WWE years to build.
and I feel like what they're competing. So WWE, I know you're basically talking billions versus billionaires, but like currently the people that are free agency, we talked about a couple of episodes back, but like for example, Nick Aldis, I don't think he's gonna do the AEW. I think he might either just retire overall or he might go to
I thought I
WWE.
saw his name for a championship with Hog or something like that.
Yeah, but that's like that's on it. But I feel like he might end up most likely like he'll be he's already like a finished product. Go to WWE. Matt Cardona potentially could return. So there's a lot like the main eventers that are currently like the top people that are like finished, like polished, either have gone back to WWE or done Impact. Not everybody goes to AW. So it's just like either the font drive from like money, or there's not enough space, or I don't know what's going on. But it's just like you're not capturing.
Well, it's not space because you're saying downsizing the program.
No, true, but it's just like your competition's like literally absorbing everybody. Like literally, free agency hit, you have no budget to have nobody come in or like to retain people, which is tough.
I think it's maybe the over promising of like, if you join our AEW, we may offer we could promise you the stars and the moon, but you ended up just having sand in your pocket. It's sad that they're not like you said earlier, booking it right. But let's talk something that was really well built in a sense and was enjoyable to watch, and that's our thoughts about Survivor Series. You was there in person. Anything besides the matches, but like the whole experience itself for you, how did you felt?
I thought so. Survivor Series, I think overall was good. It was, I guess, composed, the matches and everything. It was good. For me, seeing it in person, now I know. I thought TD Garden was going to be bigger, but it wasn't. So now I know for the next time, I could probably set a little higher, but I thought the stadium was a little bit bigger, but it wasn't. And also kind of for, I guess, my personal preference, I like taking pictures and videos and stuff. Not if I go to the next pay-per-view, don't go to a pay-per-view that has a cage in it. Like I showed you the video, so they're gonna look good, but I'm like, it's not the same if like there was no like cage and you could like sit like the whole competition.
For a little insight, Lucito has a great image of when KO was about to pin Roman and then Sami crawl and stop the ref. Like Lucito have one of the best clear play-by-play I have seen, and he feels like it's not.
Without the cage, it will look even 10 times. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. Like I for me, I just like seeing kind of like behind the scene of like the videography of it. Like that scene itself. I guarantee you it probably look better on TV because you had the angle up top, somebody over, and like the composition of everything just looks for that match, I would say Hell in a Cell matches or any cage matches, I feel like it's better to watch it at home. And any other matches, it was good watching it live.
All right, fair.
But overall, it was good. I went a little crazy spending, but I ended up buying. The next time I'll bring it. I ended up getting a Money in the Bank briefcase from there.
Jesus
But
Christ.
but it was good. That's a good thing because I had a bunch of stuff like shirts and stuff, so I was able to put them in the briefcase and just carry them out. But the matches, I like that they started with a
War
games and they finished War Games, which was great.
I call that.
And also the bathroom break that we mentioned, that one live was bad. I don't know how it looked on TV, but it was bad live. But overall, I like the crowd was hyped, especially when the countdown went down for the
Boston.
Yeah,
does,
it was good.
Yeah, Boston does a great job of giving energy to.
I don't know what's going on with WWE, but that would have been Sasha being she's a good businesswoman, but that would have been the perfect time for her to return, and it didn't happen.
So they apparently muted the chant Sasha Bank on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like Boston was crying out her name.
Yeah, and people were saying this is boring for Ronda Rousey.
As it should.
Yeah, it was bad. But I would say the first War Games was good. It was which was the women's. I think I picked the losing team, but
Control damage.
yeah, I picked them.
Control.
But we had Becky on.
You did
showed up
all that.
on. She showed up on Wednesday, Friday, which I went to the Providence. Then she went and she was one of the reasons why she
Your resource was very valid on that aspect. I'm a little bit more chill because like I was impressed that all my prediction was correct. Also, I wanted to shout out Mr. Planet Caleb, who suggested that we should suggest that we should do like post pay-per-view type of reaction. We could work on the details, but I thought that was not a bad idea. We used to do it a long time ago, but we'll see what happens for the next one. But I was really happy about my prediction. I was really happy. The Austin Theory one was I
didn't expect that. How I watched the live and everybody was in shock. And also, so him winning was a shock. His entrance and his why Beyblade. I don't know. I thought they messed up. Well, he was getting he had a Beyblade commercial or promo.
Weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin
Theory in the background. So I don't know if that's his real thing or they messed up or whatever, but
up, down.
He literally
Beyblade competition.
But he literally had like a Beyblade entrance and a Beyblade going. So I don't know if they that's his new thing or they messed up or I don't know. But it was just
Beyblade
everyone was confused.
Beyblade just gave money to WWE, be like, make this work, and now I saw it on YouTube. I saw it on the entrance for Austin Theory. Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is a marketing thing. They're trying to get kids to get into Beyblade again. Yeah. But that was Big E returned for Beyblade for up down. He returned for Beyblade tournament.
But it was that match was good. I think the one Ronda Rousey was Ronda Rousey.
So from what I remember watching too, I felt Shotzi was doing well in her end.
It was too quick.
Ronda was just not selling the bumps.
True, but it was just also too quick. Like the match was like, oh, it's over.
Expecting it for it to be longer?
No, but like I wanted Shotzi to win, just to get Ronda out of there.
Get the belt,
but it was just. But it was just
happen.
like the finale was way too fast. That was just weird. Like how it was choppy and it was just like
the staging of the audience that got the bump. I was like. Come on, you cannot be lying down for that long. Like most people be like, get off me, and then or try to get an autograph. These people were just like, oh, someone move. Like they were like, I'm dying. I'm so dead. Oh no. I'm like,
No, and those
bro.
people live, before the show, they had certain people picked out from the crowd, and they already kind of like pre-gaming them to be like, oh, you're gonna sit here, and like it was pre-staged, so they had that section already.
Oh, but they were so dramatic.
Yeah.
I was like
I guess somebody was sitting next to me. His boy was sitting down there with them, like the people that they fell on top. That was one of them. Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, I'll text him." I'm like, "Yeah." So he was
that's cool. I like meeting people like that, but I felt like that was just too dramatic for me. For the men, the build up between Sami Zayn and the Bloodline was really that was really interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a good story. I like how they keep doing it. We'll see a turn from now. The question is, who will turn first? Because Roman asked them, and he was like, "Tell me the truth," and he told them literally straight out what happened. But I don't know if Roman, like, because family versus like, I think maybe the Bloodline will turn on Sammy, but I think Sammy could. He still got time to. There's enough time for story for him to like.
the only so me and the Oracle, we were talking about what's the future of the Universal World Championship. And I told him clearly that after WrestleMania, it's reported that they're going to do a shakeup. So the belt has to be separated one way or another. They got to be removed from Roman Reigns, even if he doesn't get pinned, but it has to be removed so that way SmackDown get their players, Raw get their players, and then NXT get theirs. So it's just like we're waiting, figuring out how that's going to happen. And the common thought that came between the both of us is that Cody Rhodes, The Rock could show up. The Rock could do his stuff for Royal Rumble and help promote XFL if he needed to. But I think he's going to get that L from Roman. And then Roman will be fully head of the table. Cody Rhodes, though, is the one element that he could just be the one to either take the World Championship or take the Universal. But I think it would be the World Championship, this guy right here, because...
We'll even bring the big gold bag or something, because he tends to bring old championship backs.
Exactly. So that's something that I feel like the Universal is going to stay with Roman because he's trying to break Bruno's record. So
I've seen... I didn't know. I people putting ideas out there on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, but I saw one that caught my attention, that somebody from within the Bloodline would turn on Roman and beat him, and somebody threw out there Solo, and that'll be like crazy, like basically take one for the not one for the family, but like what Rikishi couldn't get done, which does his parent, his brothers couldn't get done. He comes. And like that will propel him to like.
He never had a match with Roman. He's the only one that.
He's the one quiet, basically like.
Very absorbent. He definitely have the strength, the height, the ability.
Because imagine his lineage, basically, like, he's kind of like, he has a little bit of Umaga, a little bit of Rikishi. Like he has like the pedigree. Everybody, they all do, but like it. That'll be interesting to like.
Solo is definitely. Solo and The Rock are the two Samoans.
And also Solo does the rock bottom as his finisher. Spinning Solo, but it's literally a rock bottom.
But I mean, but they're the only two that Samoans that Roman has not faced. That's very. Wait, did Jay? No, not Jay.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
The one that doesn't like Sammy faced Roman and beat him.
The one that
does not married to Naomi.
No, Jay already had many matches with Roman,
and he tried and kept trying.
During the pandemic era. Yeah, well, I know that. Jimmy, I think he got that L though.
Yeah, because he had to fort. Like he was like either you're basically you win the title, or your brother gets it. Well, Solo doesn't have like a twin tie to like.
Solo just helped them to Solo helped Roman to beat Drew during the Clash of Champions. Clash of Castle.
Yep.
Wow, that's a really good thought. I hope that comes true.
Because I'm like, Sammy would be great. because he's like basically from
Happens
within.
to Betsy, no.
But Solo would be like if he Solo takes it, it'd be crazy because that would just like skyrocket him to basically be
That'd
like
be a really good push. That would be a dope push. I like that.
because you have the youngin kind of lion like the tribal thing. Like you have the youngest one to take out that established because somebody has to take out Roman.
It's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Because you also
But
have
Solo now, like I'm sold on the idea. I just heard it right now.
Yeah.
Like my reaction is so authentic, and
so
I'm
like
amazed.
that'll
I'm like,
be
that
interesting.
does make sense. Cause like
Because imagine
if
the Rock. Imagine the Rock would be like, you know what? Something happens that he was like, I got somebody for you, and he's like his like
Solo
substitute or somebody or like
Yeah. I'm sold. Like I'm really sold on this Solo thing. Like I hope that does happen because if Cody Rhodes doesn't come back,
yeah, no, but he will come back. I know there was
he'd be back for WrestleMania, but I'm gonna like for someone to like. Let's say be in a triple threat match.
He wouldn't
let's
be.
say it's like a triple threat match
imagine
between Cody, Solo, and Reigns, and Solo pinned Cody for the belt. That'd be
Because
fire.
he could win the potentially basically the only two chances that you could get to Roman, it's either win the Rumble, which potentially either The Rock or Cody could win. If
I
The Rock,
thought The Rock would just have a match. With
no, but I'm
him.
saying let's say if they really want to book it, like The Rock earn his way through, either win the Rumble, or the other chance you have Elimination Chamber. So you could put Solo in the chamber and win the chamber, and he has a title shot.
The Rock is gonna get the John Cena treatment. He's the original John Cena anyway. But like The Rock would just be like, I'm next type of shit, you know, and be like, I'm gonna see you in Royal Rumble. Also, make sure you watch XFL on ESPN and ESPN2 after the Super Bowl, and then get that out. Yeah. Or ask Solo to be the substitute, bro. I'm really excited.
Like,
I'm about to get
this like December. I'm like December. This is December 1st. Let's see. You know, we got a couple of months until then, but something for
month. The Royal Rumble is like right around the corner. Like I'm really excited, bro. Thank you.
It's just
I'm now going to be paying attention to like Solo and his move now,
because he hasn't broken because all the Uzi situation. Also, the cameras are better.
Nah, but he got broke. He got broke.
But like he's the one that he's kind of the X factor because
he's the quiet one.
Because in theory, you wanted him to like basically win the Intercontinental US, but they're busy at the moment. So I don't think they want him with a title. I feel like why he doesn't have a title, and like
why did you took away the North American from him like so easily?
Yeah.
Damn,
so,
I was mad.
Yeah. So
remember that? I was so mad when they took like he won it fair and square, and he's representing. He was going to be a working horse for 3 brands with the bloodline. Yeah. To like amplify it, and then you simply take it away because it was not sanctioned. Like what? No. Oh, disgusting.
Well, Solo with a title would be
Solo beating Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match for one of those belts. If that happened, bro, I'm gonna cry. Like I got my big meaty men match, and I'm satisfied. But Solo winning this now is like I gotta watch it live. I want to be in person. I want to cheer. I want to lose my voice. I'll be like, you doing it for me, bro.
Because they basically after right now there's really not the only one that's I think Roadblock, which is the NXT one.
Yeah,
they're not doing day one, so they're probably just building basically Rumble. Then it's was it Rumble? And Elimination Chamber, then it's Mania. So they got basically 3 months to.
And for those who don't understand, Royal Rumble allows a female wrestler, and a male athlete to get a chance to pick either side of the blue or red brand or gold, black and gold, to go towards the championship. Free ticket at the biggest stage ever, which is WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber allows another male or female to face whoever is left over to be their opponent for WrestleMania. So that's like a big buildup that, you know, if you pay attention, you could definitely get yourself involved with. So
and they don't have to worry about also Money in the Bank because that's already cashed out.
It's cashed
And
out.
I think they might do Money in the Bank at Mania.
Yes.
So I think that might be like a X factor third person potentially. Maybe they could cash it in, and that's another.
No, I don't think they're gonna do, because like in Mania you got the Giant Andre the Giant tournament. You already have all the championship, nearly all the championship.
Yeah, but you could have night one Money in the Bank, literally the first match, Money in the Bank, like literally open the show Money in the Bank.
It's usually Andre the Giant tournament.
But you know what I'm saying? No, you could even do that night two, because that doesn't. That's just like an exhibition match without opener. But like if you had night one Money in the Bank, the top 6 people, you could either do like 2 NXT, 2 Raw, 2 whatever, or whichever, and make it like 6 people. Whoever wins has Money in the Bank, and they take the opportunity to make it to the like. So there's basically 3 opportunities, basically 4, because let's say The Rock plus 3 people could have the chance to go towards against Roman.
Again, I don't think Rock is going to be in WrestleMania. I think Rock is just like Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber as like a championship match, and that's it. He's not going to do much.
I think he should do Mania just because it's LA. He's the what I'm saying, like,
okay, sure.
I think Rumble it's in Texas, and
sure he did the opener for the LA champion Super Bowl, and then the LA opener for the football season. But I don't think they're gonna. You think he's really gonna do LA Royal Rumble Hollywood?
No, but I think he might be just a Mania night 2. Like he might.
Yeah. Oh, special guest. It's the great one himself, The Rock. Yeah. It's not too excited about that. Did we miss anything in Survivor Series?
Survivor, I will say it was good. It was a good watch.
No, I just want to make sure we didn't miss any.
But I will say, no, I think I
was mad that Alexa Bliss didn't turn. I was hoping she turned, but
I think they've taken the slow road for Bray, which is good because they.
Well, rumor is it that they're trying to prep LA Knight and Bray for a cinematic match, and it's going to be a little bit dark and twisted, and they believe that these two are the individual that could be equal to the
John Cena.
The John Cena and the Fiend match.
I feel like LA Knight very animated.
He is.
And he also has kind of like,
because he's the person who actually
2K stuff.
The 2K game, he does the entrance, the move for majority.
He does a better Triple H than Triple H does,
which is kind of like damn.
Well, he talks like The Rock too. People like say that he copies him. Like, no, that's his regular voice.
Oh, you saw the interview,
but it was just like, yo, that's
like, wait a minute, what, Dwayne?
Yeah.
You be like Dwayne?
Yeah. So I think that's a good thing for LA Knight because he needs somebody like that because he overshadows a lot of people.
He sure does.
But he's also was way too big for NXT. Like you could tell he was like too much of a vet to be in NXT.
But he could have at least been champion for 3 months.
Yeah, but like he's the type of person for NXT. He didn't need the championship.
I mean, the $1 million championship was cool.
Yeah, but this is.
But it was like you being more of the heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Just have your name written in right here for this big guy. Yeah. It would have been nice. But
yeah, NXT it's still good. Mandy's still champion. I'm not sold on Dijak. So we on Tuesday Dijak had like his little match. I don't care.
Really?
Like it's just trying to be a Punisher, and it's like it doesn't fit him. Like I don't know if he has to work it, which is NXT. That's for, but like
I'm really surprised they just pinpointing that one individual versus everything else that they're offering you. Like you still like
I'm not so like everything else. I don't have an issue with. Like I like that they're doing even the basically the backstage promo or like they're trying to set up the tournament. I found that more entertaining and insightful than what Dijak gave me on the ring. Because like when they're doing the punts and like crazy, like you know what I'm saying, at least the X-Pac and Road Dogg, it was just like that was entertaining. Dijak, I was just like I'm not sold on.
I can't believe this one individual just take your joy from like.
But he's not like he has so much potential. But especially when his feud when he was against Keith Lee, and when he was like basically going for the North America, like that Dijak was like
amazing, but
ready to go.
But who's equivalent to him right now? No one.
Well, like you're.
Hey,
I don't know.
you gotta trust the process. Hey, with Austin Theory, with the phone and everything,
and we didn't see Reggie this week. I'm looking forward to see Reggie again.
You don't even call him by his wrestling,
but he was
Reggie.
his return was, and since everybody was confused, we all knew he was Reggie, but like that was entertaining, and everybody in the crowd was like for him and everything. You get the opposite with Dijak. So I don't know if that's like
you gotta let this man live. Just go to take your bathroom break when you see this man, because it's like he's taking like the whole. It's not like he's just taking your joy and fun of like,
because he's what's like not missing, but like he's what's like off. But in that episode, because like for example, you have Chase U University, they're over. Mm-hmm. Then you have Jason Waller, he's over. Annoying, but he's basically like the NXT version of The Miz. Like that's he's good. Mm-hmm. Apollo you don't see often, which is good. You don't need to see him often. No. The champion you don't need to see him often. Toxic Attraction still Toxic Attraction. That's probably like the best group in NXT at the moment, collectively. They're doing their thing with the women's division. They basically getting other people, and like you're not just seeing Nikita Line. You're seeing basically like
Roxanne,
second tier of wrestlers
Jade,
into the mix.
Zoe,
like Sol Ruka, she's new. You could tell she's new, but she's athletic, and there's something there. You see the one that basically has the pillow that she be sleeping. Cora Jade, like you see that.
I love her.
You see them like developing. There, like there's potential there. For me, this guy is just. I know what.
Bro,
for me it's just like I see the potential. No, for me it's like I see the potential. I just don't see where. I don't see where like he goes. Like
what is the beef with you with this? Like let him be.
The same thing, for example, like for WWE, you have like this guy Humberto Carrillo.
So well talk about everybody else, but then you made that turn and be like, but this man right here is just ruined.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like it's just
yo.
It's just I don't know, like because everybody else they sat like I just.
So we cannot have like one bad egg in the bad shit.
He's not a bad egg. That's the thing. It's like he's just not put together. This the whole program.
It's like you open a carton of egg and you see a brown one when all of them are white, and you're like, like, why do I got this egg? It's egg.
You get the same product. It's just
you gotta trust the process. The same way what they did with Austin Theory with the phone and his bit and being annoying turns out to be something great after a year. Give it time, my bro. Let the egg over ease, you know what I'm saying? Don't see it as scramble. See it like it's being boiled, being processed, being ready to be something.
Because we remember Retribution, he did his thing.
Retribution was a waste of time.
No, but he did. They tried. He didn't talk too much. But like, I just don't. I don't see the whole gimmick. Like, I just don't understand it. Do you understand? You seen his gimmick? Like, do you get it, or like, do you just?
I mean, like, all I know is like he's like the Terminator coming back, and he's trying to do something that he's been told. A lot of these bits never worked, but after a while, when things are settled down, then they give him the push, and that's all I'm waiting for is just the push. I know this is not his final product. This is just a bit that they'll be like, all right, you finally decided to come back to NXT. We're going to make you do these ridiculous things for a bit, and then we're gonna reconsider of giving you the proper push you deserve. Look at LA Knight for a good example. He was doing that MMM bit with Morse and Maze, and they're stuck in that bit now with the girl named Mandy, whatever. And what did he do? He got out of the character, broke out of the show, be like, this is not me. I'm LA Knight. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass. And now he has like a cinematic match with Bray Wyatt. Yep. So it's all a process, but I'm giggling because like you know what it is, but it's still it doesn't. It's like I think they did their job right and just like get it under your skin about it, because like it's with me with Roman, not comparing like Roman like position to Dijak, even though they could, but unfortunately it never really crossed road. But like the head of the table is just something that it was forced upon me over and over. And then one day what did I do? I acknowledge that Roman Reigns is their top tier. That's their ace. That's their their star. I have to accept that. Yeah. I'm tired of this whole bloodline thing now, but I do understand that it took a while. It was a whole process.
It's making crazy money.
In the beginning, him just being the bad guy, I was like, okay. Yeah. Paul Heyman, nice touch. I thought Paul Heyman was going to do more of the talking. Yeah. Doesn't have to anymore. Paul Heyman is just like making hundreds of $1,000s doing what?
Just to hold
two belts. Yeah. 2 belts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a process, but it's... But I feel like they really did a good job getting under your skin.
That's the only thing. It's just like, yo, you give it. And I think, did he close the show? No. He was the second segment before the closing of the show. I'm like, that's just.
They're trying to make it work, man. They're trying to make it work. If it doesn't work, will have that breakthrough. Mandy had that breakthrough. All she had to do was dye her hair brown and just be more serious about her.
She went back to blonde and back and forth, but like, yeah.
But once she went brown and dark color hair, like she became like more like committed to the character, and it was more convincing. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, every wrestler have to go through these wacky stage in order for them to be something great.
You saw the thing I sent you for on the group chat?
I'm just I gotta laugh a bit because that shit is hilarious. But yes, remind me again. I know it's about Jaden. And
so they basically, I saw posting basically. This is from the Dirt Sheet Radio. They basically put on popular opinion. Jade Cargill has become a better professional wrestler in a year and a half than Ronda Rousey has in 4 years since her debut.
Now, I agree to a certain extent. When it comes to the entertainment part and winning the crowd over, Ronda had that in the beginning when she walked into WWE. She had that, but I guess she didn't know how to keep it consistent. Jay definitely had kept it like growing every single time. It could be her attire, it could be her promo, it could be like the group of people she's been, the connection with the hip hop culture, even though you're not too fan of it, but that's been helping her be more relevant and more excited to watch than Ronda Rousey. Now, when it comes to the wrestling stuff, Jade is improving. I still give it to Ronda because she has more experience in the ring setup. It could be a dojo, it could be the cage, it could be the 4 corner circle. But she has more of that experience, and she has been doing it a bit like maybe by 5% better than Jade. But Jade in 1 year has been more of a better entertainer than
I would
Ronda.
say. I would take the other. I honestly, this is the I normally make fun of Jade or whatever, but I would say from this unpopular opinion that she's way better than Rousey altogether this year. Like what the years she's been on TV as a professional wrestler in AEW, than what Ronda Rousey. Because I think how people saying it's tough to teach an old dog new tricks. I feel like with Jade, her progress has been like exponentially. So like compared to basically, I think she's what 39-0 or 40-0, whatever. From
43 or 44.
so her
yeah.
first match to this match, there's a bigger, such a growth. Ronda Rousey from basically when she started with Kurt Angle, that first match, when she did Kurt Angle and Triple H and Stephanie,
the mixed match
until now,
WrestleMania.
I feel there's been a decay.
I agree.
And I feel like I don't know if it's like I know she does her experiences in judo, MMA and stuff, but I feel like it's difficult to basically like tone it back. Especially I've noticed for female wrestlers, tone it back down from real fighting to WWE type of fighting. So it's just, I don't know if it's the training or the work. I don't know what's going on, but it's just like, it's tough to like, it's for me, it's hard to watch a match, Ronda Rousey match, than seeing a Jane match. And it's tough to see a Jane match, but it's like, I would literally, I was more aesthetically, like if you put both, like two TVs on, I will watch a Jane match over a Rousey match.
Now, okay, so I like what you brought to the table. I really do. I see your point, and I definitely agree that with Jade growth in being acceptance to be taught has helped her a lot.
Yeah.
I also agree with what you're saying about Ronda because she's been mostly trained hand by hand with Shayna Baszler, and Shayna is an amazing. She was an MMA fighter, but she also was able to like
transition over.
Yeah, transition.
Like if Ronda Rousey performed equal or better than Shayna Baszler, she'll be like amazing. But like I feel like there's a disconnect because like why, for example, Shayna Baszler was able to do it.
Yep.
Marina Shafir, but she was able to do it. Why can't you? And you're like in MMA and stuff way better than Shayna Baszler. You know what I'm saying? Like accomplished more.
That's where I mentioned Jade being an entertainer, give her that edge because she hears the crowd. She feed off the energy. Ronda doesn't really feed off energy like that. I feel like Ronda just feel by like what she knows. You know, her animal instinct for lack of wording. Like she just go to her instinct mode and whatever she done before and know that save her ass before in the past, that's her go-to. Jade on the other hand, I've seen her, she tried to do different things like try to jump from the top rope or try to sell the bump and then you're about to hit me. No, you're gonna hit one of my baddies. Jade is trying to be more artistic with her craft, while Ronda is just still keeping it with hammer and nail. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, as soon as I see the judo move, the next thing that's coming is an
submission, and that's it. Good. Yeah.
Like, when was the last time she ever pinned an opponent? It's been a while.
And even she tried to take Piper's finisher, which is fine if it was gifted to her, granted her,
she was gifted.
But it was just like it's not impactful. Like you expect somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? Like not an angle slam, but something like bigger. Like Jade, her finisher, it's like she's gonna do it, boom, nobody gets out. I know Ronda Rousey does a submission finisher, but it's just okay. Like it doesn't translate for me. It doesn't translate through the crowd and through the camera.
But that's the thing that Jade has is just like she listens. Like that's and I love the question you asked about how is it possible that Baszler is able to translate her previous career into wrestling versus Ronda, who has a bigger spotlight than Baszler, but she just still doesn't. It's like something that's like not translating properly. I mean, to me, the answer is like it's persona, it's character. It's just like her way of able to like feel the audience and just giving them like, I'm gonna do a lockup, I'm gonna do my judo, I'm gonna not sell the bumps, and then because
think about it, Ronda has had way better competition, like partners, than Jade.
100%.
And that those even matches don't
Becky,
even
Charlotte,
and don't
Sasha,
like even for example like when she faced Charlotte plenty of times and Natalia, those matches,
Talia.
especially with those two, those
That's
matches don't even look
things.
good, and those they make anybody look good. And just they
Dancing with Charlotte and dancing with Natalia, a Flair and a Hart. That's a lot. That's
Right.
big. And yeah, Becky tried to help her out. I don't even know if Blair wants to even touch that.
yeah, no, I would stay away.
I know Sasha tried, but it didn't work out. Liv tried to take the crazy route. It's like, yeah, I see your point. I really do. But you know, I give give it to the article. Like Jade definitely have that edge, but when it comes to the technical wrestling stuff, I still give it to Ronda just for, you know, her resume.
Yeah.
You know,
No, true.
That's the only thing I give Ronda. That's all I'm giving her. It's just her technicality that she does in the ring, minus this, you know, the selling of the moves. Other than that, I give that to her. Yeah. But everything else,
It's just straight up
is
Jade.
Jade. Like Jade get a 90 out of 100 in my book,
I would honestly, I would.
and Ronda get a 10% out of 100.
I wish somebody made a simulation or whatever of like them two against each other,
Ah,
but throw in Mandy as well into the mix,
why you want to throw Mandy?
because she basically she's not like a pro wrestler, but she's still at their level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mandy, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have not seen her last championship match.
she's from what she was in the beginning,
The goddess.
basically from Otis to now. She's
No. The goddess.
she
before
will
Otis.
she is like she's been a good NXT champion, like really good.
Okay, so you're saying there's improvement.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but like her, I just Mandy never really catch my attention like that anymore. When she was blonde, sure, because you know, I guess blonde girls does get it all, but now it's just like she I don't feel that same type of finesse versus like Jade, because with Jade, when I see her on TV, is like, I wonder which, you know, character she's gonna emulate, or what type of stunt is she gonna pull, or what artist. Like, I'm more curious about like what she's gonna pull in the ring than her actual wrestling skill. And with Ronda, it's just like, why aren't you on Twitch.tv and just focus on making you money there? Like,
I feel like also the personality for Ronda, it's like if we get the personality, literally the YouTube personality into the character, I feel like that might make her more personable.
no, because she's already been sold as the baddest woman of the world. So it's like it's like she already separated the two. So it's hard for you to be like, oh, Ronda, like I wish you was my favorite. Let's just finish the audio. Let's finish the audio. Like, Ronda, like I love you, and I like what you do with your animal and your kid, and what you do on Twitch.tv versus like what you doing on wrestling. You know, like only a few people could do that. Sheamus, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston. Who else has a YouTube? Asuka. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few individuals that are able to mix, because that's how they were presented.
True.
But not everybody could do that. But let's end the show, because we definitely had a technical difficulty at the end.
The camera was like, I'm done.
The camera said, like, you're still talking about Ronda? Fuck that.
Damn.
Yo, Lucy, you're a funny dude, man. I love this. All right, guys. So this is the end of the episode. What's your thoughts? Do you agree that you know, Jade is a better wrestler, and with her time frame versus the 4 year that Ronda Rousey has put in WWE? Do you agree that LA Knight is just way better of a veteran and deserve better? Do you like our post prediction of or post commenting of the Survivor Series? Let us know on our social media, the Facebook, IG, Twitter, and YouTube, Providence Lucha Talk. Make sure you give us that thumbs up, a heart, you know, and share it with your friends. As well, you can listen to the full episode in your favorite audio podcast media app. So my name is Jay Aguilar.
It's Lucito.
We say good night and buenas noches.
See ya.
Bye.